It is 6 o'clock. I'd like to call the meeting to order. This is the meeting of the Colerain Enforcement Review Board for November 21st. Welcome to all in attendance. Just a friendly reminder, please silence your electronic devices at this time. And we would like to do the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, the Code Enforcement Review Board was established to provide impartial and a fair platform for reviewing disputes related to vacant properties and rental registrations within Colerain Township. SERB is a volunteer advisory committee to the Colerain Township Board of Trustees. Our primary objective is to hear, consider testimony, and evidence presented by property owners and residents, interpret the township's resolution related to vacant buildings and rental registration, and issue recommendations regarding these issues to the Board of Trustees. This process ensures property owners and residents have an opportunity to address any concerns and resolve any disputes regarding vacant properties and rental registration in a transparent and respectful manner. Could we have the roll call, please?
Ms. Baldwin?
Here.
Ms. Ferris?
Here.
Mr. Henson?
Here.
Mr. Schaefer? Here. And Ms. Westfall?
Here. Our next order of business is our meeting minutes from October 16th meeting. Do we have any comments or corrections? Okay. Hearing none, do we have a motion?
Make a motion, we approve the minutes.
I'll second that motion.
You're up.
I was waiting for you to say roll call. That's my bad. Ms. Baldwin?
Yes.
Ms. Ferris?
Yes.
Mr. Henson?
Yes.
Mr. Schaefer?
I believe I should abstain since I wasn't at the meeting to...
You're correct. And Ms. Westfall?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Our next order of business is public address. Next, we'd like to welcome the public to address the Code Enforcement Review Board with any concerns that are not listed on tonight's agenda. If you're here to speak about properties on the agenda tonight, your comments will be heard during the public hearing portion for that property. Is there anyone here to speak at this time? Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to old business for vacant properties, and that's SERB 2426. The address is 2702 Hyannis Drive at the corner of Hyannis and Pippin.
I'll get that from you in just a minute. 2702 Hyannis or 2702 Pippin. This is a continuation from last month. I believe Ms. Spencer was working to figure out what she was going to do with the property and was going to get with our zoning department to work on a master use plan. I did check with Maggie from zoning earlier, and Ms. Spencer talked to her pretty quickly after the meeting, and then I think today submitted a master use plan that I'm sure she can tell us more about. I know from my brief talk with Maggie, there should be very little issues as long as she goes a retail convenience store kind of route. I do know that it will not be approved as just a storage facility on its own,
Okay,
so.
okay. Ms.
But
Spencer?
she did come in, or she did, you know, talk to Maggie about it earlier in the month and did submit a master use plan today.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Spencer, would you like to talk, please?
Ma'am, do you mind just raising your right hand for me so I can swear you in? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth for purposes of your testimony?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. My name is Tiffany Spencer, and I did file the master service plan, and I did talk to Maggie today. I filed it today because I was waiting. It said I had to have the license to upload it, so I was waiting to get the license. But I did get the license, uploaded everything as a convenience store, and that's what we plan to do with it, with the property,
Okay.
if it's approved.
Nick, who has to do that approval?
Our zoning department, so it'll get approved by, it'll go through Maggie and then our senior planner, David Peters, I believe.
Okay,
And who?
David Peters is the appointed person for master use plans in the planning department.
okay,
He's our senior planner.
okay. So because you've done that, let's just, do we think, put it on hold until we hear from David?
Yeah, I would say we put it on hold and postpone the decision. It sounds like the zoning department is going to make the decision
Right, okay.
rather
Were you
than,
given any indication on how long the zoning approval or response would take?
No, I didn't get any indication on how long, but they said it was sounded like something that I wouldn't have a problem with.
Okay,
Nick, do we have an idea on turnaround time for something like that?
I believe it's up to 21 days.
okay.
so is your recommendation to just postpone until next month to get further review, or?
I would. I also am interested in knowing, once approved, how long until you guys plan on start working towards, you know, remodeling or opening as a convenience store?
My license said I could start business right after the new year. I think it's January 2nd, but we want to do it as quickly as possible. So the middle of January to February 1st. So we plan to do it quickly. We
Okay,
don't-
and
we
you
don't
plan on
doing
being,
a lot of renovations or anything. We're just gonna basically use the setup the way it is now, just add shelving and things like that.
okay. My recommendation then would probably be to follow up in
January.
January.
That's
You
what I
know,
was
let her-
thinking as well.
Get through the approval process with our zoning department and get closer towards, opening.
That sounds reasonable, does that,
Yeah, sounds reasonable.
okay?
So what's the date?
I don't know that we've set January's meeting yet,
No, we
have
haven't heard. Yeah, it should be the third Wednesday.
It should be January 15th.
I move that we postpone this hearing on this property until the January meeting of January 15th of 2025.
Second,
Roll call, please.
Ms. Baldwin,
Yes.
Ms. Ferris,
Yes.
Mr. Henson,
yes.
Mr. Schaefer,
Yes.
Ms. Westfall.
Yes. Okay, thank you very much for coming.
You're allowed to speak up.
The next order of business is new business for vacant properties, and that's SERB case 24-27, which is 111919 Walden Drive.
So we have Miss Rusco here tonight, and while sitting here, prior to the meeting, she asked for the application. So she has just paid and completed a paper application on the property.
Okay.
So,
So just, we don't need to go through all the details.
No, I think we can just, maybe move to dismiss it at this time.
Okay. A motion, please?
Your turn.
Make a motion to dismiss curb 2427 at 11919 Walden Drive.
I need a second.
I'll second it.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Ms. Baldwin,
Yes.
Ms. Ferris,
Yes.
Mr. Henson,
Yes.
Mr. Schaefer,
Yes.
Ms. Westfall.
Yes, thank you. Our next case is SERB 24-28, and that's location 2490 Garrison Drive.
So in regards to that property, yes, ma'am, thank you. That gentleman came in yesterday afternoon and registered.
Okay,
So that can be dismissed as well.
okay, thank you.
Your turn.
Motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we drop
Dismiss.
this to, since the paperwork has been filed.
Second?
I will second that motion.
Ms. Baldwin,
Yes.
Ms. Ferris,
Yes.
Mr. Henson,
Yes.
Mr. Schaefer,
Yes.
Ms. Westfall.
Yes. Okay. There is no business for new or old business for rentals. Staff, do we have an update on past cases?
Yes, I can provide that. So the following addresses have all been approved for assessment by the Colerain Township Board of Trustees. We have 3013 Niagara, 2856 Sheldon, 2459 Blue Lark, 9839 Pippin, 6401 Duet, 2848 Glen Eyre, 9871 Marino, 9854 Laura Linda, 6662 Daleview, 3292 Compton, and 10242 Spring Knob, and 10342 Moonflower, 9870 Week. And I think some of those we had updated you on prior,
Right.
but I wasn't sure where we left off when I was looking these up earlier, so.
Okay. Thank you very much. Our next meeting will be on Thursday, December 18th, 2024. I'd like to thank everyone for coming and take a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Ms. Baldwin,
Yes.
Ms. Ferris,
Yes.
Mr. Henson,
Yes.
Mr. Schaefer,
Yes.
Ms. Westfall.
Yes. Good night.